Hey, welcome comic collectors and fans of comic books of all genres. I forgot how funny Young Justice was. I haven't read it for quite a few years. I read actually 1 through 19. So I was like, here we go. Let's pick it up where we left off. And I need to read something that was sandwiched somewhere probably right before this issue, because I'm kind of missing a few things in this one. But I'm not going to dwell on that. It was probably whenever the Young Justice switched places, became adults, and the Justice League became children, because there's a bunch of cleanup at the beginning, and I can't remember what the cleanup's about. The cover is hilarious. I'm pretty sure that's Witch Boy, which I personally despise with a passion. I don't like him at all. I love how they break the fourth wall a lot in this comic. Forget about them. Check out Wonder Girl's new look. So she's got a new look, which is much better than her old one. Her old one looks super dorky. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to sound like the kids now. All right, and then this is hilarious to see a teenage version of Lobo. He doesn't join the league. It looks like on the cover he does. Look out for a little Lobo. He's not the main man. He's the teen. I forgot what he said. Kick me? Oh, Sprees. Is that still a candy? All right, so this is actually from 2000, June of 2000. So technically it was 3 months before June. But they're in Alaska. I don't know why. That's why I told you to Alaska. There's apes, all-purpose enforcement squad, and they're being led by Chase, who has now been aged back up. So evidently this is right after that. So I need to go back and read that now. It was still a fun read. This right here, my gosh, you can spend a lot of time playing Where's Waldo with this page. We got Old Justice down here. I do remember reading them, and maybe that was happening during that time. I don't think I have all the issues where they flop places with the JLA, and the JLA became the kids and they became the adults. I don't have all those issues. That's something maybe that's why I came to a stop and stopped reading for a long time. But we got a lot of people in here and some pretty funny stuff on here. There's a lot of people talking around here, and there's a woman right here that's part of the bad guys. I guess they're cleaning up, putting them into jails. That we got the Justice Society of America, Justice League, Young Justice, Old Justice. We got a lot of people in this particular thing. She's like, stop squeezing me so tight. I'm just an affectionate kind of guy. So Plastic Man's being very, anyway, it's like real bright Plaz. You'll be the first superhero slapped with a sexual harassment. You keep that up. I love Wildcat's grumpy attitude. Man, I love just, there's so many characters here. How many can you name? Aquaman must be freezing with that armor on. I forgot what his name is, but he's part of the cartoon Young Justice, I think season 3. I think he does join the team eventually. And then, of course, there's Kyle Rayner. Man, there's so many cool looking things on this one page, just one spread, I guess you can say. Now, when did him, her, it, kill Connell's girlfriend? Oh, yes. How wonderful. I kill his precious Tana. He loses his powers, but it'll be really good. Really. So, it sounds like he's like a Joker, or she's a Joker or something. I don't remember if I've read that or not, but evidently this kills Tana. The girl that's the reporter who's dating him, which if she's a reporter, she's an adult, and he's perpetually 16. Again, there's a lot that we just evidently blew off in the 90s. This is Wonder Girl wearing her bicycle shorts, it looks like, underneath there, and in the freezing cold. Yeah, whatever. So he gets really mad. I don't know how Superboy lost his powers. So evidently there's a lot that I missed before this issue. But it's still a fun read. So he's this woman thing, whatever, is still over there just laughing and making more jokes about killing Tanya. It sounds like the Joker or something to me. So I think it does say something. Amanda Spence. I've never seen Amanda Spence so spooked. There's no blood in her face. What the heck did you say to her? Oh, just girl talk. So she went over and whispered something in her eyes, or in her ear, and then her eyes went all bugged out like, oh. So evidently she made a big threat that the girl believed in. I also like the paper. It's it's a good compromise with newsprint. Now here's that one person. I'm pretty sure that is their cartoony or anime looking version of that witch boy, whatever his name is, the Bear Witch Project. She's trying to tell little boy, this film is rated NC-17. You'll have to go. You'll go first. Snap. Let's go out to the lobby. Yeah, it's got to be him. It doesn't say anything what his name is yet. This is about the only place really he appears is in this part. That doesn't seem to be anything to do with the story. This looks like one of those BJD dolls, and one of those heads from the what was that TV show with the puppets back in the 60s? His cat turns into a cat woman to attack, Lobo, Lil Lobo, whatever they're calling him. And evidently, I think whenever Lobo loses a body part, it becomes another Lobo. Evidently, he lost something, and this became the clone. Now, my understanding was it became the clone at the same age, but maybe something happened. I don't know. I'd like to know what happened to make Little Lobo. Evidently, it had to start from kind of like Deadpool did with his little baby body when he got cut in half that one time. All right, so we got a lot of people going on right here. They're all on one side. Evidently, Young Justice is in trouble. So the Jelly's trying to smooth things out. They're spying on what they're saying, and he's like, "Let me see. I can. Give me the binoculars." Impulse, are you sure? Yeah, I've been reading a book, or I read a book on lip reading. Give me. So yeah, they're trusting him to give them play-by-play, and he keeps making the stupidest things up. Like he says, and Perkins says that's best to ride the pint. Beside the point, it says he's having to constantly interpret what he's trying to say, and the Dio guy is yelling at Fit and Mad, saying, "You scrunched up, gripping the moist ghoul, the mist girl, grabbing the mist girl." So he's sometimes I don't even know what he's saying. Like now, Aquaman is telling Person, and this was funny, even though I'm not quite sure I get it. He'll stick his umbrella in his 3-day-old laundry. 3-day-old. It's one of those things where you never play that game where you have to say 4 or 5 words, and the other person, they can hear it, but you can't hear it. Like you're saying something, it's like everybody in the room can hear what you're saying, but you're looking at the words, and so your brain's not interpreting it like that. So tell me down below in the comments. 3-day-old laundry. 3-day-old laundry. 3-day-old laundry. What does that sound like to you? Because I'm looking at the words and I can't figure out what it means. So it's like that game. What was that game called? That was a fun game we used to play. He's like, "Give me those." He's like, "Stop it." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, Star." So Stargirl's here. That's kind of cool. Star, she was. Oh, and this is the same time in Justice Society of America was going on, which I was also reading at that time. Yes, Star, I see. Batman, he's speaking very slowly. He's saying, "Robin, what'd he say?" He said, "Robin, put down the binoculars." He scares me. She's a ghost, so, she shouldn't be afraid of anything. He scares you. Everybody's afraid of Batman. I'm telling you, this is just funny. It's just really funny reading. Here's this girl, too. I think she was in a few issues back, I remember. But she's breaking into a place, deleting some stuff. Deleted King Jones Sissy. Oh, okay. I think I know who this is. Because as soon as it said Sissy, I'm like, okay, I got it. I don't know why I didn't read that before. All right, so Jones King Sissy. And then there's a cat in the tree and Toomba. I vaguely remember that game. So she's burning the files. Basically, she's erasing her history. Sorry. It would start off with being a dark, gloomy day, and then the sun came out, and I went outside and read some. So now they're all sitting around the table and having a little talk. So there's a lot of talking going on, but it's still funny. Even though there's not as much action in this particular issue, it is funny. It's a fun read. I'm not going to give you everything. Here we pop over to where Arrowette, they were talking about Arrowette. She is no longer on the team by her own choice. She made a mature choice to drop off the team. Arrowette's mom is there with a book showing about how, I remember when you said birdie nest, except the closest tree was 5 houses over and at least 60 feet high. I got out my telephoto lens And sure enough, a bird's nest, you saw it with your unaided eyes. So she had some kind of powers, even back then, that she could see things far away. And then even just throwing darts as a child, she can make a bullseye easy. So she was just kind of telling her that you've always been this hero. You know, it's just kind of ingrained into her, God-given, or probably God's given in this comic. And then Robin and Batman have a little talk, and Robin's wanting to expose his identity to the group, and Batman's like, then I'll just pull a, he's like, well, if you end up disobeying me, basically I'll make it out that you were a false, what does he say exactly? He's not wanting to let him do that. Oh, here it is. It says, and if I tell them anyway, then I would conclude young Justice has another imposter. So he's like back threatening. So for now, there is a new Young Justice to help fight crime while they're taking a break. That's Flamebird, which is like really interesting because where's Nightwing? I didn't know there was a Flamebird, so I don't know where she's from. Beast Boy, we all know from Changeling from the Teen Titans. Captain Marvel Jr. It's interesting they call him that. It's like they keep changing his name. Lagoon Boy, that's what it is. Creature from the Black Lagoon Boy. I should remember that. You know, he probably would be one of my favorite superheroes if I knew more about him. Because, you know me, Creature of the Black Lagoon here. And then, this one's so funny. And a special surprise member who can't be in the Justice Cave because she never leaves Gotham City. But, so for you completists who want a group shot, you can clip her out of the next issue and paste her in here. Like, it's funny that even the narrator's breaking the fourth wall. He's like, so tell your fellow friends to buy 2 copies of issue number 21. And here's Wonder Girl. You know, they were exposing that she's going to have a new outfit. Well, Tim does it. He takes off his mask and he's like, ha, $10, fork it over. Okay, what? I told her the real reason you were having the mask on was from Terminal Zits. So I guess he's the only one with that mask on. And they're all talking about how handsome he was. Like, so what's your name? Alvin Draper. Alvin Draper, you know, instead of Tim. Oh gosh, now I can't think of his last name. It's like, made up. What do you mean? He's like, because he's like, uh-oh, Superboy knows. Like any kid named Alvin would go by that. Your name is Al or Vinny. Alvin is a name for the Chipmunks or a dork. Besides, you look more like a Mark or a Tommy. Okay. I think Alvin Alley would take issue with. Fine. I don't know who Alvin Alley is, but evidently somebody popular. Call me Mark or Al or Tom Dork if you want. But by the way, where's Bart? So Bart should already know his identity since he's from the future. First he said they could call him Mike, then Al, and then Timmy Drake. What kind of stupid name is Timmy Drake? Must have got that wrong. So he's probably thinking about his history class. Oh well, Al it is. So that's the last bit. So yeah, he knows who he is because he's from the future. This is history to him. And there we got the other member of the new Young Justice. I need to get back into these and read them. They're so much fun. They're a lot of fun just to read. I mean, I definitely wish I can get all these other ones, but I think I can skip them at this point. I forgot what they're called. It's whenever all the adults became kids, and I think the kids became adults, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it was in the World Without Adults crossover thing. All right, so what do you guys think? Did you ever read this one? Because the cover alone, I mean, come on. If you're just a cover buyer, you got to buy it for the cover. That's just hilarious. But it's a fun read, and I guarantee you should definitely pick up all the Young Justice issues. I know we're old fogies, but sometimes it's funny just to remember what it was like to be a kid again. And just the humor of it. It's like, honestly, it's more like the Three Stooges than anything. Some of the slapstick humor in here just makes me just laugh. All right, y'all have a great day, and thanks for watching. And comment below if you've ever read any Young Justice comics. Evidently, I've now only read 1 through 20, and I think I've read like the one where he got the big motorcycle. You know, he got the big motorcycle, like issue 35. I read a few of them later on too, but then I'm trying to go back and read them from the beginning to make sure I don't miss any issues. So the earlier issues I didn't even read back in the day. I kind of started probably whenever he got the motorcycle that could like talk or whatever from the New Gods, that's around whenever I was reading, like I guess it was around 35. I was toward the end. That's when I started actually reading them back in the day when they were brand new. So now I'm going back and read them from number 1 through 20. Maybe I should go read another one right now. It's still a beautiful day outside. Get outside. Enjoy it.